It was President Uhuru Kenyatta's third State of the Nation address and his second last one before Kenyans head to the ballot in August next year. The president taking time to outline what he considers the government's remarkable progress in growing the country's economy by 5.8% last year and a projected growth of 6% by the end of this year.
However, transformations are not easy. They are full of ups and downs, and it is a very hard path. Every Kenyan knows this from their own life stories.
The president centering his speech on infrastructural development, he told the country that the standard gauge railway line will be complete and operational by June next year, and a further 7,000 kilometers of tarmac roads constructed to add on to the 3,000 kilometers constructed since 2013.
My administration is investing not only in the immediate improvement of Kenyans' lives, but also in laying the future for the true prosperity we seek. That is why we have made such bold investments in security, transport and infrastructure, energy, ICT, mining and agriculture.
On matters education, the government had, according to the president, invested heavily to construct 54 technical training institutes and planned to construct 76 more that will absorb at least 350,000 youths to be equipped with necessary skills. There is also the connection of 22,000 public primary schools with electricity in readiness for the rollout of the digital education program that has replaced the laptops project that the Jubilee administration had promised primary school pupils from 2014, a promise that has remained unfulfilled. But the fight against mega corruption remains the government's main challenge, with statistics from the anti-graft body EACC indicating that at least 600 billion shillings was lost annually to corruption. 360 corruption cases are pending before the courts, and the president claims the judiciary was a letdown in the war against graft.
The judiciary has the funding and the requisite leadership. It must therefore play its rightful role. It must not be perceived to be helpless, a bystander, or complacent in this war.
However, the state says it had tracked part of the looted resources, including 400 million shillings, part of the money stolen from the National Youth Service.
We have traced and are now preparing for seizure, property and assets worth 1.6 billion shillings acquired using proceeds of corruption.
On matters devolution, the president laid blame on the governors and top county officials.
Does the 1 trillion sent to county governments reflect in what you see? Is there clean drinking water and proper sanitation? No. Efficient garbage collection? No. Medicines in hospitals? No. And agricultural extension workers visiting your farms?
Though his administration has been heavily criticized by the opposition and the civil society, the president says nation building was an all-inclusive job.
Criticism without alternatives is just reckless political sport.
The president says the government will continue to invest more on matters of agriculture, national security and youth empowerment, particularly in the 2016-2017 budget. According to the president, the Jubilee administration has achieved a good chunk of what it set out to do in 2013 when it was elected into power. However, the true judges of these developments remain the ordinary citizens on the ground and whether these has changed their lives directly. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Nairobi.